Right, she puts down the phone, and she goes back to making dinner. And she's kind of just like, I don't know. She's like very clearly has something on her mind. She's very clearly like in the process of trying to like come up, like just decide what is a good idea. And then she seems to be very clearly in the process of how to explain this to the subscriber. And she was probably going back and forth between, I don't know if I should do this, and then I should do this. Okay, how do I pull this off? Because it's a bit of a balancing act. So anyways, right, the babysitter comes up with a really terrible plan. She should have really just been straight up about what she was doing, and then it wouldn't really be like kidnapping this kid. But you know what, I'm not even going to go into too much meta-analysis. I'm just going to go straight into what happens. So she's like, hey, bud, like, after dinner, do you want to get some ice cream? And the subscriber's like, yeah, heck yeah, I want to get some ice cream. I mean, look, if my babysitter ever said, hey, do you want to get some ice cream? Like, sure, of course. No, I want to have broccoli. Bro, I was like 12. Of course I wanted ice cream. What are you talking about? So yeah, the subscriber really, okay. The subscriber really wasn't that suspicious. And this is another story where I really emphasize all these details, but I try and remind you that these are just really clear in like retrospect, that when you think back, you're like, ew, that actually was something. But in the moment, you're not like actively assuming, oh man, this is something bad. You're just gonna get ice cream. You're 12, whatever. So they finish up dinner, and you know the whole time the girl's on her phone, which is fine. Like, I mean, screenagers, guys. Sound like I'm old right now. No, but seriously, right? It's like, I don't know. But the thing is, she was on her phone in a sense that she was on her phone like even more than normal. Like, she was very actively texting people back and forth, probably about what was about to happen. Yeah, but anyways, right, sure enough, the subscriber, you know, he sees this, doesn't think anything of it, because why would you? Maybe she's just having a long conversation with a friend. Maybe a friend's like talking about a boy going through a breakup. I don't know, right? It could have been a million things. Probably not what, you know, he's expecting. Anyways, though, so she's like, okay, let's get in the car. And the subscriber, very happily, is just like, okay, hops in the backseat of the car. So the subscriber knows the few ice cream shops that are around. There's one like 2 minutes from the house. There's also one like 10 minutes from the house. The one 10 minutes from the house is better known, and the one 2 minutes from the house is a little bit kind of, you have to live there to know about it. So when they're in the car and they go straight past the first ice cream shop, the subscriber doesn't think that much of it because he's like, oh, well, okay. Not that, like, this is low-key the better one, but also I'm not going to say anything. Who cares, right? If she has a spot in mind, I really don't care. If she wants to go to the one 10 minutes away, like, that's whatever. However, the subscriber starts to realize, because he's not like Google Maps, bro. He doesn't have the geography of the location down to a point, right? However, he does know that generally they are heading in the wrong direction. They are not heading towards an ice cream shop. And the subscriber is thinking, okay, well, maybe this is like a new ice cream shop, or maybe there's an ice cream place that I don't know about. Because why would the babysitter take me in the car and drive me somewhere that's not an ice cream shop? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. Anyways, though, so the subscriber notices something really weird. They pull into a kind of a residential area. So there's not going to be it's not going to be a row of suburban houses and then a freaking ice cream shop. There's something called zoning laws. You can't have a certain type of business in a certain location. Some places are strictly residential. And I mean, the subscriber didn't necessarily know about, oh, well, there's no ice cream shop because there's zoning laws, right? But he's like, dude, this is a neighborhood. So the subscriber knows that something is up when they pull into a neighborhood. And so the subscriber turns to the babysitter and like looks at her. And at this moment, she looks at him, and they both just make eye contact with each other, because they both know at this point they're not going to an ice cream shop. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment babysitter down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. And also, if you made it this far into the video and you don't already listen on Spotify, in the first link in the description and also the link in the pinned comment, there's a link to the Spotify show. If you use Spotify, just follow me in there and listen on there too. And finally, we're having a little challenge going into the summer. It is kind of the binge watch challenge. It's not even really a challenge. It's kind of like a community activity. So yeah, comment down below how many videos you've watched today, or maybe how many videos you watched this week, or just how many videos you binge watched. See the people on screen right now. Thank you to these people. Also, thank you to you. I'll pick a couple people who comment down below every single video if I can remember. And it does support the channel a lot. If you sit down and watch a lot of videos in a row, helps out a lot. So that being said, let's get back to the story, because it's about to get real interesting. Yeah, so anyways, they pull into the residential neighborhood, and they're driving in, and the subscribers kind of looks at the babysitter and is just kind of like, are we going to an ice cream shop? And she's like, in a little, I'm just gonna need you to stay here for a second. And the subscriber's like, okay. So they eventually pull into a driveway. And at this point, it's pretty clear what's going on. It is pretty clearly a kind of like a house party type thing, as there are a bunch of other cars parked, like pulled into this house, into this, not into the house, into the parking lot, or the driveway. There's a lot of loud, like, noises. You can see people kind of on the porch. It's very clearly one of these high school party type things. The babysitter must have gotten word that it wasn't tomorrow night, but in fact it was tonight. She must have gotten her dates mixed up, and that she decided, okay, well, I'm not going to leave the kid at home, but I'm also not going to not attend this party, so let me tell him I'm bringing him to ice cream, kidnap him in the car, and bring him to a random, unregulated high schooler party. That's a great idea. No, that's a great idea. Yeah, so the babysitter's like, just stay here for a second. Like, we'll get ice cream in a second. And she gets out, and she just, like, walks on inside. And the subscriber's like, what? What? Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. And here's the thing. The subscriber was given a phone by his parents for, like, communication reasons. The subscriber didn't necessarily have a reason to call his parents, so he doesn't. He says on his phone because he has a few games downloaded and he's getting pretty bored. And, babysitter's in there, whatever. And that's when he gets a call from his parents. So basically, here's what happened. His parents got back early. They just got back earlier than expected. And they were expecting to see the babysitter and the subscriber just in the house. His mom isn't, like, ridiculously concerned, or I don't think she was, because maybe they went out to get food, maybe they went out to do something. But the mom probably called the babysitter first and got no response. So that's a little bit concerning. So, then you call your child, right? Subscriber picks up. It's like, hey, Mom. And she's like, hi, bud. We're back early. Where are you guys at? And the subscriber's like, so I don't really know. And the mom's like, what? And that's when the subscriber looked. The subscriber isn't trying to rat out the babysitter, but also, why would he care either way? And also, he's 12. This happened a long time ago, so he's just going to kind of tell his mom what's up. He's like, yeah, well, we went out to get ice cream, but then she made a stop at this person's house, and it seems like there's a lot of other people here, and she just told me to wait inside. It's been like 45 minutes, though. I'm getting kind of bored. And the mom's like, I'll be right there. So part of the deal of having the phone is the subscriber's mom basically had his location at all times. So this house is probably like, I don't know, 20 minutes away. And so about 20 minutes later, because his mom got in the car, and the subscriber who's sitting in the babysitter's car sees a car pull up, and it's his mom's car. So his mom gets out. She's not looking happy. And she's like, gets out